What's good, you guys? We're back with another video, and today we have a very interesting topic that I want to talk about. And this topic is inspired by B-Soul's TikTok hot takes videos that he does a lot, exposing some terrible takes that are on TikTok, specifically Boom the Sports God in this last one. And an interesting thought that I have is, which app is the worst to talk about basketball on? Is it Twitter? I don't think YouTube is in the running. I think YouTube is number one. Is it Twitter? Is it Instagram? Is it TikTok? I'm not even counting Facebook. So Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok are the three apps that I'm talking about in this video. So if you like this type of content, like to sub on the video if you haven't already, and let's get right into it. I want to talk about NBA Instagram first because this is the one that I use and I know the least about, but I've seen a lot of. Actually, I do use Instagram a lot. Just I put polls on my Instagram about basketball a lot. I've seen a lot of insane polls asking like who's better, Luka or Kareem or something like that, and it's 80% Luka, 20% Kareem. It's a lot of young people on Instagram, and it's a lot of recency bias on Instagram, because it's really just pictures and posters, not like any like you can't really go into detail about it, or only if you're like typing it in the captions or description and things like that. It's mostly just really cool highlights and videos, hot take polls, and things like that on the NBA Instagram side of things. So, and I also think NBA Instagram is probably the most boring to talk about basketball on because Instagram is more of a page, more of an app where it's like photos and you're trying to look your best, and you're really just trying to be you're trying to be that type of person. You're trying to be somebody that other people want to be. It's an app that you look at somebody like, damn, that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a lot about NBA and hot takes and talking about stuff and proving your points. So that's why I think Instagram is pretty bad. NBA Instagram is pretty bad because there's a lot of mixes, a lot of highlights, a whole bunch of hashtags, follow me, follow back, stuff like that. Super duper amount of polls, and the polls are terrible, man. I've seen a lot of bad Instagram poll screenshots on Twitter, man. Like, they're really bad. 80%, like I said, 80% Luka, 20% Kareem. I've seen one about Shaq versus Embiid, and Embiid won. There's been a lot of bad ones. A lot of bad ones. But now let's get into one I probably know the most about, and that's NBA TikTok. I have the biggest following on NBA TikTok. I think like almost 10K at this point. And the thing about TikTok, I mean, this has nothing to do with the takes and things like that. But the thing about TikTok is it's way easier to get followers on there than any other platform. NBA TikTok it's hot take-ish as well, but you get to explain the point a little bit more because it's a video, but it's only a 1 minute video, so you can say this hot take, have 30 seconds of explanation, and just end the video and fight about it in the comments. So there's a lot of hot takes on NBA TikTok. You don't have to prove your point for too long because you only have a minute. 3 minutes for some people that have that little thing. I don't have it yet. Hopefully I can get it soon. But Boom the Sports Guy has a lot of very hot takes. There's a lot of bad takes on the NFL side, especially with the NFL draft. People think they're draft experts. There's a lot of people that think they're experts on TikTok, and they're just not, bro. They're just not. There's a lot of like team pages on there too, so a lot of biasy on NBA TikTok. Same with NBA Twitter, but I think it's a little worse on TikTok. But man, does Boom the Sports Guy make NBA TikTok bad. I don't think I'm in NBA TikTok because I don't do any NBA commentary on there. I save that for this. I do comedy, basketball comedy, and 2K on there. I don't put any hot takes out on TikTok. If you go through my page, there's not many of those on there. So I wouldn't consider myself a part of that commentary side. But there's a lot of good people. OG the Sports I think is one. There's a lot of good guys on there, so they're not all bad. King Lewis is one. He has like 11K. He's not as big as like some of the other guys. I mean 12K. So there's a lot of decent guys on NBA TikTok, but the ones that are viral, the thing about TikTok is the ones that are viral are the ones that are hot and the ones that a lot of people disagree with. And does Boone the Sports Guy make us look bad, man? He does. Like, he just, anything about LeBron, not MJ, anything about MJ, he's just a hater. Like, he's the definition of a hater. He thinks MJ is like worse than Larry Bird. Like, what? Are you bugging? In his first playoff game, Larry Bird had 63 points. MJ had 63 points against Larry Bird in his first playoff game. Like, dude, and his argument is all about, oh, he's not the best at something. Like, he's not the best scorer. He thinks Kobe's the best scorer because he scored more points than him in the game, which I probably would say the best scorer is either MJ, KD, or Kobe. But it's close. But he's an all-around player. He's a great defender, an okay passer, a clutch player, super athletic, and really good at scoring, and that's what makes MJ one of the best player of all time in a lot of people's books. So I don't know what we're arguing about. He tries to discredit MJ at every single turn. His biggest thing about MJ is that Scottie Pippen was there to help him and stuff like that, and he just could take nets off on defense, which is just not true. Some other I've seen a lot of super bad takes on TikTok. Because people on there are hunting for views, and the way to hunt views, you say something blasphemous that you really don't believe to get it, and that's on all platforms. But on YouTube, what makes YouTube so special is you have to make longer videos, so you have to prove your point for longer, which makes it harder to have these super duper hot takes. But on TikTok, you say the take at the beginning of the video that takes like 5 seconds. You say some stupid stuff for 30 seconds, and you're like, yeah, that's why I believe that, da 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 da. And then you just fight about it in the comments. That's what NBA TikTok is, and it makes it easier for people to be blasphemous on there. Alright, now let's get to Twitter. I think Twitter is the most toxic out of all three. But for just regular NBA talk, I think on NBA there's the best fans and like the best people that know the most about basketball on there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that don't have hot takes on Twitter. They know a lot about basketball, and they just are good at talking about it. So I think Twitter, if I'm ranking it 1 and 3, Twitter is number 1. NBA Twitter is number 1. There's a lot of good people, great draft people on there, like Jake Rosen, people like that. Great draft people on there. So I'd say NBA Twitter is number 1. They have people like Robel. All the big YouTubers tweet on there, and they don't have super hot takes if they're not like trolling or stuff like that. So I'd say NBA Twitter is number 1. They're just good, man. It's good. It's super toxic in the comments, and those pages that have 15 followers are always saying "La goat," "La bum," "La trash," "La Mickey," da da da. That's the worst thing about Twitter. If you go through any comment section about sports or about life, it's gonna be saying "La something," which is something we have to stop. So I say Twitter's number 1. I say TikTok's number 2, just because there's some decent people on there and you can prove your point for longer. And I say NBA Instagram's number 3 because it's really just pictures and bad polls, and all there is really kids on there. And I'm not even counting Facebook, but I'm just pretty sure Facebook is just older people, and it's a very pro MJ app. So I'm not even gonna talk about that because I don't have Facebook, so I don't really know. So if you like this type of content, I just was really super interested in this topic, man. Like, it was really interesting in me thinking about which app is the best. And now that I think about it, Twitter's right here, TikTok right here, and Instagram is a little bit lower. But if you take people like Boona Sports got out of it and things like that, people are there just straight haters. TikTok will probably be better. It's a decent platform. It'll probably get better as everybody gets this 3-minute feature, because you can prove a point for longer, and it'll be getting closer to YouTube, but not as good. It'll never be as good as YouTube. YouTube is just up there. Like, YouTube is just all the way up there. So it'll never be as good as YouTube, but as more people will be able to post longer videos and just be able to prove their point for longer and put more detail into what they're talking about. That's the biggest thing about TikTok. You can't put too much detail into anything. It's a hot take. You talk about it for 5-10 seconds and it's done. You know what I'm saying? So as people can put more detail in it, TikTok will get better and closer to Twitter. But Twitter's like that, man. Twitter's the best platform, and the best platform to have to promote for other things. And I also say TikTok is a little bit worse because it's so easy to get followers on there, bro. Like, I have 300 subs on YouTube and 9,000 followers on TikTok. It's a super big difference. By the way, follow me on TikTok and Twitter at Hardwood Vibes. If you like this type of content, sub on the channel, man. I'm doing daily post-game recaps, and this 2K video will be out tomorrow. I'm editing it. It's like a 40-minute video. We got the off-season, free agency signings, a big trade, a whole lot of gameplay, and some gameplay from 1 or 2 games, just a little bit, and then a full game of gameplay. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow. If you like this type of content, like and sub on the video if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time.